We've not been able to have a ceremony for quite a while because of the pandemic, and as a result of that, we got permission to do this as long as we adhere to the safety guidelines and the regulation of the Nurse Education Department as well as the Return to Campus Committee following these regulations and guidelines. They're a little unusual, but it's what we have to do in order to have the ceremonies to be available. Now we're going to return back to these ceremonies and we'll celebrate the accomplishments of these students and what they've done for the past 2 years. There are numerous people that also helped me put this on that you will not see. And I like to go ahead and give them recognition at this point if possible. I'm going to thank Del Mar College, of course, and then Dean Shramick, Sean Meredith, and the auditorium crew for putting this on. There's a lot of effort there. Clara Garcia, who is with duplicating, and her staff, because they had to assist me with putting together so many different memorandums and publish software and a lot of other things that you don't want to know about. Also, I want to also thank all the administrative assistants with the nursing department. Those would be Velma Garcia, Christy Pettis, and Joyce Salinas. Last but not least, we're going to also thank Jason Houlihan and the media services here at Del Mar College that are streaming this live as we speak. So we're going out right now to a lot of other folks who couldn't be here because of the fact that we had to pare it down to only a certain amount of people. But if we're streaming it live, we can, there's no telling how many folks are going to be watching this at this time. The ceremony is going to be very brief, and it's going to start with opening remarks from Dr. Jennifer McCua, who is the program chair of the Nurse Education Department. After the opening remarks, I will call up an announcer, which would be Mrs. Audrey Alton, and she will call the names of the students. The students will then stand up individually. They'll come up and they'll pick up the Nurse Nightingale lamps. They'll go ahead and come up onto the stage, and they'll have a seat, and it's socially distanced correctly so that they're not in too close a contact. Then they'll go ahead and recite the pledge. After reciting the pledge, I'll stop for just a moment or two, and then I'll have them exit the stage. And I ask that all the audience please stay seated so that the students can get off the stage themselves and exit all the way out the auditorium. After they've gone ahead and cleared, then we'll go ahead and have you all leave so we can adhere to these guidelines that we need to do. So I have the privilege of going ahead and asking Dr. McCua to come up now and give her remarks.
Good evening and welcome again to the Spring 2021 Nurse Pinning Ceremony. This evening is special as we celebrate the accomplishments of these graduates and the achievement that they have earned. I know this is something they've been waiting for a very long time. Before I go any further, I do want to take a minute to recognize the faculty that are here with us tonight. So, faculty, could you please stand to be recognized? Thank you. The timing of tonight's celebration is also special because every May we celebrate nurses. This week happens to be National Nurses Week. The American Nurses Association and the World Health Organization extended last year's theme, the Year of the Nurse, into 2021. And I think that's very fitting given the critical role nurses have played over this past year. Nursing has clearly progressed since the days of Florence Nightingale. Our training requirements, settings in which we practice, the responsibilities we have, and the technology at the bedside are just a few examples. Yet the attributes of what it takes to be a nurse haven't changed. Empathy, caring, integrity, patience, scientific curiosity, and honesty. These are the same, and in fact are more important than ever. Nurses today must be effective communicators, be flexible, be patient advocates, have sound clinical judgment, and be able to collaborate with the healthcare team in order to deliver safe patient care. These graduates here tonight have worked hard and have obtained these skills and stand ready to deliver healthcare to the members of our community. However, their journey through nursing school has certainly been one that is out of the ordinary. This last year was met with profound challenges on many levels. Students had to shift from face-to-face learning environments to the online platform. Many students had to quickly learn to manage not only their own nursing coursework, but also that of their children who were now having to learn from home, and not to mention tending to other family responsibilities. Many families experienced financial strains, and many students had to maintain employment throughout nursing school. Many students had to manage school after experiencing the unimaginable loss of a loved one. The temptation to give up can sometimes be overwhelming in the face of such challenges, and nobody is exempt. Yet these graduates chose to persevere while facing many trials. They chose to stay on a path and do whatever was needed to complete. Graduates, it's important to remember that a person's success is never accomplished solely on his or her own. Members of the audience, you are here tonight because you are likely a parent, spouse, family member, friend, or teacher who may have been in the background but played a huge part in their success. For that, you are also recognized. Graduates, never forget to pay it forward. To care for another human being and have someone place their trust in your caregiving ability is truly a gift granted only to select people who dared to challenge themselves to become a nurse. My final thoughts are these. Take the opportunity to engage in innovations that affect the nursing profession. Be the inspiration to your coworkers and to your patients. Arrive at work ready to engage. Be excited to be there. And never forget about the powerful influence you have on others as a registered nurse. Your journey does not end here tonight. It just takes a different route, and your future is definitely bright. Congratulations to all of you.
And now we'll go ahead and have Ms. Alton go ahead and come up and announce the students.
Eric Hill. Julie LeMay. Aliana Mena. Valerie Montemayor. Jessica Munoz. Bianca Olalde. Luis Ore. Dariela Palomo. Elisa Bettis. Minerva Carizales. Catherine Quintero. Alyssa Rivera. Laura Robles King. Eileen Salazar. Dana Sanchez. Mandy Stringer. Cody Strong. Ms. Hannah Sutton. Molly Taylor. Marissa Villarreal. Leah Wiley. Valerie Zapata. Megan Zavala. Thank you, Mr. Potter.
Now we'll have the recitation of the Nightingale Pledge, and I'll give the students just a little bit of time to find that pledge. And we'll go ahead and have them stand up, and they'll recite the pledge for you.
I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to pass my life in purity and to practice my profession faithfully. I will abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous, and will not take or knowingly administer any harmful drug. I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession, and will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping and all my family affairs coming to my knowledge in the practice of my calling. With loyalty, I will endeavor to aid the physician in his work and devote myself in the welfare of those committed to my care.
Now we'll ask them to exit the stage, and they will drop off their lamps at the table that they picked them up from. You don't get to keep them. And we'll wait for them to exit all the way out, and then I'll have some other instructions for you.